What's going on, guys? I am back again with another video. This is going to be a quick 4K and Blu-ray collection update. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to jump right into it. First up is the Edgar Wright film Last Night in Soho on 4K. I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my favorite Edgar Wright movies. It looks stunning on 4K. It looks amazing. I love the music in here. It's a great film, especially the soundtrack and just the way he does everything. There's so many cool special features on here as well that shows like the choreography that they did for some of the scenes and how it's all shot in one take and how they're dancing around the ballroom and it's one person and then the other person steps out of frame and then other one steps in. It's just really cool. Really enjoyed it. You can't really go wrong with Edgar Wright. All right, next up is the Wes Anderson film, The French Dispatch on Blu-ray. Was excited to pick this up. Obviously, we know we'll probably be getting a Criterion release at some point in the near future, as we do with all of Wes Anderson's titles. So I'll be picking that up as well. Can't go wrong with Wes Anderson. I almost said Wes Craven there for a second, but speaking of, anyway, we have a 4K release of Halloween Kills. I have yet to watch this on 4K since I've got it. I watched it on whatever it streamed when it originally came out, Peacock, I think. Whatever it originally streamed on, I watched. And if you watch this channel or you know me or you're familiar with me, you know that I'm a big Halloween fan. I pretty much have every physical media release that's come out in the last, 20 years. But I was not the biggest fan of Halloween Kills. Given I only watched it once, I do need to give it another opportunity. I did love the 2018 Halloween, but I wasn't the biggest fan of this. Also, I forget his name right now, but the guy that plays Rusty in National Lampoon Vacation, Michael, I always want to say Michael C. Hall, but it's not Michael C. Hall. I forget his name right now. Anyway, I don't know. I just was not the biggest fan. I'll give it another shot, but all that stuff like evil dies tonight and his whole spiel, I just was not a big fan of. But I am looking forward to the final film in this trilogy, Halloween Ends, which we should have, I believe, like October-ish. So I'm looking forward to checking that out, and I will definitely give this another shot. Next up, Almost Famous, Cameron Crowe film on 4K. I was super excited to pick this up. They released, I want to say it was a steelbook version of this, I don't know, months ago. But they finally released this version. It didn't come with a slipcover for some reason. I bought it like the day after it came out. No slipcover, so I was a little disappointed with that. But if you haven't seen this movie and you're a fan of like music or music journalism or just film in general, but great story, loved it. There is the bootleg cut on here, which is a good chunk longer. Let's see. The theatrical version is 123 minutes. The bootleg cut is 161 minutes. So there's a huge chunk of never before seen footage or not included in the theatrical release, at least. Definitely worth checking out. I also picked up the 4K release of Inglorious Bastards. I've ordered a ton of stuff from Groove. We've talked about Groove, G-R-U-V, the website. You should definitely check it out if you have not. They sell all Universal titles, and they usually have a good deal going on with pretty much everything. There's a 20% off discount code that you can use all the time. They usually have like free shipping, and then every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they usually have new deals, like weekend deals. So you can usually find great deals on stuff. Anyway, I've ordered probably 100 movies from them over the last few months. Everything's arrived in perfect condition, but this one did not. I don't know if you can see, like, it's like smashed and then the case is a little broken. So I'm in the process of sending this back. I printed out the label. I need to send this back and get another one, but I have not watched this yet. But Quentin Tarantino, Inglorious Bastards, fantastic film. Next up, I was able to get on Hamilton Book when they had one of their restocks or their catalog updates, whatever you want to call it. And it's really cool because a lot of times they get out of print Screen Factory stuff, and that's what I was able to pick up this time, and they were great prices. So the double feature from Screen Factory, The Curse and The Curse 2, The Bite. I'm not familiar, I haven't seen these yet, but I'm super excited to have them. Also picked up the double feature that was Species 3 and Species The Awakening. I was able to get 2 of those to help a fellow collector out. So if you want to trade or you're looking for this, let me know. Then there was the double feature. I haven't seen either of these. Jim Brown, I Escaped from Devil's Island, and The Final Option. All right, so one of my favorite film franchises of all time is Back to the Future. Obviously, Robert Zemeckis directed that franchise, and so I felt like I owed it to myself to pick up the rest of his filmography that I did not have on Blu-ray. So I went ahead and picked up the Shout Select version of Used Cars, The Walk, story of the man who did the tightrope walk between the the Twin Towers in New York City. I watched the documentary about the real person who did it around the time that this came out, and then I never ended up watching this actual film. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Also picked up the starring Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer, What Lies Beneath. Also Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, and Contact. Polar Express, Christmas classic. Denzel Washington, Flight. Steve Carell, Welcome to Morrowind. I just got this from Target. It came with a slipcase, so I don't know if this is a re-release, like a reprint, or if they just did not sell very well when it came out, and this is still the first batch, excuse me, that has slipcases. Thought that was interesting. Classic Castaway, Tom Hanks. Beowulf. And then the 4K release of Allied, Brad Pitt. All right. Nicolas Cage, The Family Man. Schwarzenegger movie that I was missing, End of Days. Not his best film, but you got to complete your Schwarzenegger collection, don't you? All right, next up, we've got a few recently released Alfred Hitchcock films. I've been trying to put all of his complete filmography together. I've got most of it up there on the top shelf, but I was super excited to have these released. Stage Fright was put out by Warner Archive. I believe this was from 1950. Yeah, I believe 1950. And then Kino Lorber recently released the 1932 number 17. And I believe from 1931, Rich and Strange. Super excited to add those to the collection. When I was placing the order on Kino Lorber, I believe they have a minimum where you get free shipping, so I added a couple other titles. I'd never seen this, The Wildlife. It's got Chris Penn, Leah Thompson, Eric Stoltz, Rick Moranis, Randy Quaid, young Randy Quaid, so figured I would definitely check that out. And last up this time is How I Won the War. This is the 1967 film starring John Lennon. So I'm super excited to check that out. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Have you guys picked up anything good lately? Have you watched anything good? Also, it feels like there's no deals anymore. There used to be deals all the time, other than places like Groove. Can you guys recommend any places for me to check out? Any cool sites that seem to have really good deals? Also, there's a ton of cool stuff that's coming out in the near future. Also, if you're a fan of The Warriors, there is a release that's finally going to have the director's cut and theatrical cut that is being released. I think I will do another video. I've been talking about wanting to do a physical media news type video, which I've been working on a little bit. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.